We're a small neighbourhood centre here in Pomona, up in the Noosa Hinterland, and we do all kind of wonderful things here. But one of the things that we are most proud of and most pleased with is our program for young people, which is just very special in the community. And this is our lovely Lawson Shed, named after Brian Lawson, who developed it. The Lawson Shed has been here about 7 years. Before we started running programs for young people, there really was nothing apart from the usual sport, which is okay for some, but it's certainly not okay for everybody.
It's open to anybody to come here, so this is just a place if they do have anything that they're going through, personal issues that they can come to, and they know that we're here. Each week they decide what they want to cook, what they want to eat for dinner, and we go to the shops. We have a budget and we work out a recipe plan from that, and they come in and they usually do the cooking, which is a wonderful skill for them to learn. We've had a lot of birthday celebrations, on a rainy day or at the end of term when everybody's tired, we quite often just put a movie on sometimes, so it's just a really relaxing space to be. Yeah, we have lots of fun in here really.
They felt respected.
Yes.
They actually felt that they could be themselves and that they could express themselves here in a way that they sometimes can't express at home,
Or at school.
Or at school, yeah. And not that that's wild or anything like that, but there are more intimate conversations that occur here. We've had young women talk about suicide ideation, self-harm. They've talked about bullying at school. They've talked about all sorts of things, and I know that we obviously, with Sarah's social work skills and our other facilitator, Bonnie, they're able to refer the young women if need be, and we have done that in the past with very successful results. And so, that's definitely why we choose to employ social work trained young men and women to run our programs. It makes a huge difference. The FRRR application was reasonably simple. It's really just a matter of being clear about what it is you're asking for. Obviously, making sure that there's support for that in the community, that always helps. So, having things like letters of support from people like the school, which we do, and we are well connected with the school and they love the program that we do. Also, just, making sure things like your budget makes sense. Everything ties up. And obviously, if there's a contribution that you can make, I guess that would help. In this instance, yes, the community house is making a contribution to this one as well, because for us, it's absolutely important enough to do that, to spend our money there, obviously to get a grant, for which we're incredibly grateful, but to also support it with whatever money we can. Look, if you're thinking for applying for a grant from FRRR, I would say go for it. It's worth it. It's really not as arduous as many grants I've applied for. There are many that have taken me hours and hours and hours that I've not been successful for. I found the people at FRRR very helpful. So if you've got any questions, if you've got any concerns, they're there, they will assist you. They want to give their money away, so, it's really worth going for a grant. Something that's going to support your community, go for it.